Greetings. My name is Philip Clayton of Claremont School of Theology, and I pause today to mourn the loss of one of the truly great spiritual leaders of our age. Imam Fethullah Gulen passed away yesterday, October 20th. Many special memories of him come back to me, and I want to take this moment to express his deep influence on me, my life, and my teaching as a theologian. I remember meeting him early on by video as he spoke to a mosque of 300 worshipers in Friday prayers, and watching how his compassion, the power of his words, brought an entire packed mosque to tears, actually to weeping. I remember meeting Mr. Gulen at his retreat center in Pennsylvania, watching his love for his students as he carefully, slowly, painstakingly, and rigorously taught his students. But I also remember feeling his gentle spirit as we sat in a reception room with the visiting delegation, had a small lunch, and conversed about spirituality, about our belief in God, about the world today, about how we could bring more compassion to that world. I remember Mr. Gulen's voice in the many books and articles that he wrote. His voice comes through so powerfully in his writings, whether it's on the Islamic experience of God, on Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, messenger of God, on contemporary affairs, on the complexities of being a follower of God in today's world. Always these same 4 points would come through in the teaching of Imam Gulen. Number 1, violence in the name of God is always wrong. Number 2, Jews, Christians, and Muslims are brothers and sisters in Abraham. It is just our nature to work together, to be allies, because we are brothers and sisters. 3, no ultimate conflict between religion and science is possible, just not possible in the end, so we have to keep looking. And finally, democracy is the best form of government, the only form that brings justice in the end. What a clear, powerful global teaching for this Turkish imam to offer. And most of all, I will remember Mr. Gulen through his thousands and thousands of volunteers whom I've met in multiple countries around the world. These are people who are willing to go to Kazakhstan or some part of the world to teach children, to offer assistance to people. Others will fly in emergency supplies after a crisis, set up schools, usually working with the most disadvantaged children and communities of all. And when you can see that same gentle spirit that from the teacher reflected in the students and followers, then you realize that something authentic and deep has happened, that a spirituality and a holiness comes from God through a teacher and is followed by the many who follow him. You know, we are used to seeing the holiness in members of our own tradition, in the saints of our own tradition. But it's especially powerful and especially beautiful to be able to see the face of God in a leader within a tradition different than one's own. And when that spirituality, when that holiness is visible across religious boundaries, then something very, very special has happened. Imam Fethullah Gulen, you will be sorely missed. May your work, your love, and your gentleness continue not only in your students, but in all of us around the world.